I'm moving this week, so that's going to definitely keep me off the game a little bit.
How far is your move?
That'll be a good tea break for you.
You mean in distance? Oh, like 20
minutes
or something like that. It's such a better area. For the
what
dogs,
makes the area better?
It's all about the dogs. I've got right now I've got a small backyard, and I have to run them on a lead because I can't put up a fence here. Where I'm going has an enormous yard with like a basketball court in it. I have my own little. Not like I shouldn't say basketball. There's a hoop with like a concrete pad out there.
You're going to get into the game. You and I are going to talk stats and stories on the show.
No, I'm not even going to buy a ball. I'm not, I won't do that to myself because I know
throwing 5-pound dumbbells through the hoop.
I remember every time I've ever played before and just really hating it, but I will be able to play with the dogs out there because, and just go crazy and get a bunch of dog toys. I'm gonna get one of those, ball things that launches the ball for them and it's gonna be fun. But
I used to play with a lacrosse stick because they bring the tennis balls back so slimy and disgusting. What's the thought?
Yeah, you scoop them up and sling them. Have you seen those things that the dogs like load with the ball and then it launches it for them?
I have, but I've never trained a dog to load one.
I'm afraid the fear isn't spending $250 on a dog toy. It's spending $250 on a dog toy that your dog is too stupid to use. Because then people come around like, oh, does he know how to use it? No, he's fucking stupid. Not as stupid as me for buying that though.
My dog trained me to put it in there for him.
My old dog, my ex always said, oh, she's so smart, and I'd look over, and it's a lab German Shepherd mix. And I look over, and this dog has its nose in the water bowl, blowing bubbles. And I'm like, you know what? This is like a dad moment where you just look at your kid like, maybe college isn't for everybody.
I'm packing for the move, so no July 4th celebrations for me. I actually threw away a bag of pork rinds I found in the cabinet.
I asked this before. How far away is your move, like in minutes?
I guess it depends how fast you're moving.
A light jog.
What kind of vehicle, maybe? Are you walking? Yeah, there's a lot of...
with traffic, like 30 minutes or something like that. Just other side of town. Cool. I like it better there. It shouldn't be.
Have you done any procrastination, or are you looking around at boxes and the tape's on there and you're just waiting for the truck to show up, or are you going to have that wild panic tonight of doing it?
So, yeah, I've got 4 movers. Gigantic truck. I just have to have everything in boxes, and it's 90% done. The remaining stuff, it's like I'm not going to pack up my coffee maker until the last minute. It's shit like that. There are boxes that need to be taped together, but that's because I'm waiting on tape to be delivered right now. And then the cleanup, like the going around and picking up wrappers and fucking broken toothpicks that fell during the couch move and like shit like that, just junk off the floor. That's the real time-consuming thing. Because everything else is pretty packed up except for this. All this is sitting right here. All of this shit goes as soon as we're done here.
I imagine him pointing to like 19 empty soda cans. Like, except this. This is the same as it always is.
Except for my Pepsi Zero collection. I'm bringing that with me.
I got a dumpster last week, and I got every bit of trash that could be gotten out of the house, like out, because every time I move, I'm not bringing you. You're going out of here. Like socks get thrown out, old shoes and shit. Got rid of a couch. Moving on to couch 2.0. I'm gonna get this like pit couch. It's like it's like a big cube on the floor. Mm-hmm. It's as deep as it is wide. So the dog's gonna fucking love that. It's gonna be just beautiful. I think I got leather. I think I did. I don't really remember. Buying a bunch of things this week for the new house. I'm pretty excited though. This is going to be the easiest move I've had in a while because I do have the movers. It's not even.
You said
expensive.
You had 4 people, but I couldn't gather if they were professionals.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
4 people is horse shit. I got. That's like your buddy and his wife and like a kid
who doesn't want to be there. God. They're going to be late. They'll instantly criticize how much you put into boxes.
Dude, it is so similar to any form of group work in school. Every time you go to help someone move and there's like a group of 4 guys, it is baked into the cake that one guy will not touch anything and another guy will mostly socialize with that guy, sometimes putting a hand on it. And then of the two remaining movers, one of them is doing it begrudgingly because he doesn't want to be affiliated with the two lazies, and the other one is, I want this to be done as fast as possible. There's always one competent, fast as possible guy.
The fastest possible guy is not always the best guy for the job. Like, I'll get that he gets a lot of work done, but he creates a lot of stress and trouble as well.
Yeah. Let's say this, if you're moving, Woody, and I'm helping you move, and Kyle's the let's get it done guy, I'm a fan of Kyle. You, as the person having your shit moved, want someone being more careful. But me as the mover is like, Kyle kind of bangs that into the corner of the wall there, whatever. Home,
I can line up with that. But also, like, I don't want the fastest possible guy who's just fussing and not happy that things aren't going faster. Like, that guy's got a social problem.
We all got to stay calm during a move.
It's hot, sweaty work.
And
you know what I don't like? I don't like the girl that tries to be the guy. That's my least favorite mover.
I got this end.
It's like, yeah. Listen, sweetheart. Your job is to organize people. Every time you see someone carry a box, you tell them what room it goes to. You're going to have a vastly improved unpacking experience if you have everyone put the box in if every box goes in the dining room, which is what's going to happen if you carry a fucking lampshade because that's all you're capable of carrying, then this isn't going to be a good move. Instead, direct traffic, it'll be so much better.
Yeah, direct traffic and unbox, take care of the nitpicky stuff. I would so much rather deal with 5 minutes of horrible annoyance, getting a couple bruises on my forearms with a really heavy couch, than unbox shit and put it away for an hour. And I think every man would rather do that. Would you rather sit there and like open up the fucking
I hate that part.
Yeah.
I've been on both ends of really bad moves. Like my buddy Sergey, when I was a kid, when I was like 19 or 20, it was like, oh yeah, you come help me move. And I was like, yeah, I'll come help you move. And me and another guy went over there and we worked all day so hard. He had this oak furniture, this heavy shit. It kept reminding me of that scene in Pulp Fiction where he's like, you like oak, Jimmy?
That's the
he had
wood on earth. Yeah.
Oh my God. And he was Ukrainian. So he had this ornate dining table that I assume had some religious significance.
Like it looks
too fancy for him. Yeah. And you had to carry it so carefully. There was crystals jiggling inside of things. Then the other time was when I moved out here to Atlanta. And Eric from Iraq Veteran 88888 and his cameraman Chad came here and they brought another guy who I don't remember, but they worked so fucking hard for me all goddamn day. I know I compensated them somehow, but I don't think Eric would take money. Like, they worked so hard.
Cool guy.
It was all day. They drove the truck. They brought the truck to me and then drove it to the place. Eric's a great guy.
He's going to call in that favor. He's going to have a giant mansion that needs like a pool table moved.
I mean, I guess I would show up.
Kyle, I need to come.
No.
Hey, you owe me one.
Every once in a while when you're moving shit, do you get annoyed because you don't feel like the other person realizes how heavy what you're dealing with on your end is? Like, I had to help a friend move a pool table, and it was a 9 foot. If you don't know, pool tables come in like 7 feet, like 7.5, 8 foot, like all the way up to all the way up to like 9 feet, and 9 feet is a big boy. And he bought a 9 foot pool table with like the slate, like where it's got really high quality slate under it. And he told me like, yeah, they're dropping it off in my front yard. And so I went and met up in his house, and there's like stairs to get up to his house, and it is. I see it sitting there, and I almost laugh looking at it. It's the heaviest object
it's a symbol
I've ever seen. It's just a full table. There's no legs on it. Just the table part. The legs had to be put on.
Does it have that that skirting along the side that's sort of decorative to hide the pockets and stuff so that you can't grab it from the underneath?
Yes. Yeah. And it's like the whole time. It's not like, all right, we picked up a bullshit pool table from Walmart, kind of get it in there. It's like, this is a really nice pool table. You can't jitter it. You can't mess with it. You don't want to, the pockets are all ornate. The slate under it is like the highest quality, densest slate they can find. It slowly. And it was,
what did you grab?
It was maybe we grabbed the like flat area in between the like in the middle, so it was almost
Oh my
balancing too,
God,
and trying to move it up there. And
horseshit.
he's a at the time he was personal training. He's a very fit guy, and so he and I were our strongest friends. And it took the two of us like 30 minutes of like barely moving it
So-
and then having to stop. Barely, I
I
had
don't
like
know if
actual
mine-
cuts on my hands from like the amount of pressure it was. I have never like been more emotionally torn up after moving something physically,
Jesus.
because there was a time where we got it like part of the way up the stairs, and he was like stopping on his end, and I was at the bottom like, we can't stop, we can't, like because it's like gonna fall on me, and I was like trying to move it up. It was the most.
You're not
stressed I've
supposed
ever
to
been
move
moving
those
something.
like that. So I don't know if
you're
mine
not.
is 9 feet.
You're supposed to hire someone to move a pool table.
You
I
have
thought
to.
it was going to be like a
You have
7-foot
to.
pool table, like a small bullshit Walmart one, like I have.
Even
No,
those.
he's like got a fucking training.
Well, not the Walmart
Olympics one. Yeah.
So I've got a slate pool table. I don't know the length. I don't remember that, but it's longer than 6 for sure. I know it's longer than I am. And I had that thing assembled in my shop, and then it had been sitting there for like 3 weeks, and I was like, oh, it's time to put a machine in. Pool table's right in the way. So I had to pay a second time for the professional pool man to come. He disassembles the thing. He defelts it. You know, that felt is tucked in and tightly like pulled into the corners like perfectly. Felt comes off. The slate is in 3 pieces. It's a 3-piece thing. Each piece of slate weighs like
How far did you
100
move it for
pounds.
this?
You could 50,
Well, you said it was in the way.
50
I'm
feet.
picturing
50
he
feet.
had to do all that, huh?
Because if you reached under it, you would start applying pressure to pick it up, and you could feel the skirting breaking with the pressure of your hands. And we're not even close to lifting. We're not even close to lifting. This
There's
thing
no
weighs
way to just,
300 to 500 pounds, something like that.
Absolute nightmare.
That sucks.
If you're gonna requisition friends to move, make sure that like the fridge,
like
the
pool.
pool table, gym equipment. Like, can you imagine? Like, you go to move someone and they have like a lat pull down machine.
Yeah. That's happening tomorrow.
Going home. That's why I would be too embarrassed to invite if I had to move to a new house and move all my gym stuff and everything. I wouldn't allow friends to help me. I'd be like, "That's kind of you. I don't want to waste your
I
time."
feel like once you cross 30, you're not supposed to be moving your carrying your own shit anymore. That should be in the. I am moving in 4 days, but it's not me. It's Hope who's moving. And she asked me to help.
that's less.
And on one hand, like I've been lifting weights for a couple of years, and I can kind of pick up heavy things. On the other hand, I'm 50 and my back always hurts. It's like, you don't ask 50-year-olds to help you move. Everyone knows this. Who's like, who do I know that'd be good for moving? Grandpa. Like, that's not a.
I've got a counter. I got a counter
her in your physical prowess at 50.
So, like, there's a number you can call. I mean, there's an app even that last. So I moved my shit by myself last time because I thought it was a good idea, and it was such a fucking nightmare that I ended up having to call movers just to unload the truck. Like I was like, I'm not unloading that truck. I'm not doing it. I can't. Maybe I might not be able to. But the number on the side of the U-Haul just got me in touch with people who were like, "Yeah, you ready now?" And I'm like, "Yeah, I'm ready now. Where are you?" Because I just called an 800 number. Like, we're like 5 minutes away, man. You need us? Yeah, both of you. Like, you Cash App? I'm like, for sure. And they were there, like lifting shit, heavy shit, and being careful. You could supervise guys like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, that'd be. When we moved into this house, we did some deconstruction on the stable. It was hit by a tornado, so I had to like throw stuff away and rebuild it. Cool. Well, there's a big pile of debris, and I hired these 2 guys. It was like 2 guys in a dumpster, and they come. One of the guys is just jacked, stronger than I could ever possibly be, and I was like, dude, like. You look like you're built for picking shit up. Apparently, that's the most racist thing you can say.
Wow. Actually, what he said was, "You look like you were bred for it."
Like, he looked at his friend, and I was like, I just mean you're strong. And they're like, all right, honky, all right, you know. And they just like went to work. But
you shouldn't have been wearing that plantation owner's hat. And chewing on a piece of straw.
They didn't mind that because it was sunny.
My
It was
God, I ain't never seen somebody whole or dry the way you doing it right now, boy.
it was sunny out. They didn't mind the hat. It was the whip. It was the whip that turned them off.
Yeah.
After you finish dropping off that dryer, bring me something cool to drink.
A little lemonade.
A little lemonade. And make it snap. You're snapping at them.
I'm getting the vapors.
Yeah, I'm getting the vapors.
They were like, "Are there any snakes in this pile of debris?" And I was like,
"Oh yeah."
I can't say for sure there's not. You know,
well, number one, speak when spoken to. Now, number two.
Don't you hate when people don't have a sense of humor? Because I would have wanted to be like, "Oh yeah," and make sure you catch them. Don't let them get away. There should be 8. There should be 8. You come back with 7. We gotta have words.
Said that there should be 8. Don't let it slip.
You know what you should have done? Like next time they came up carrying something, you should have been like, whoa! If it isn't the fucking toothpick twins with their little legs and their bullshit on, dude. Hey, do you guys want to put that down? I don't want you to hurt yourself. Let me get a couple of girls. I just turned down a couple of cookie boxes. Let me see if I can grab her.
I swear
told
I'm
him
just
to say
getting
big
more
guy.
racist. But he was built like a silverback gorilla. He was just so
Holy
strong.
shit.
His arms were long. His biceps were huge.
And he hated when you said that, didn't he?
It was when you started rubbing his sloped forehead. He didn't care for it.
Yeah.
He felt this fabric.
I was trying to bond with him when I picked up my poop and threw it, but yeah, he didn't get the joke.
Man, you guys.
I would do that. Like, I'm never gonna move my shit again. I was talking to Scum about this. He's doing a move of one kind or another, and I was like, dude, why are you moving your shit? He's like, you know what? At some point, you just have enough money for movers, and then that switch doesn't flip in your head, but it has now, Kyle. Thank you. I don't have to move my shit anymore. I'm like, yeah, you don't, because it's not even that expensive. It's like $1,000. It's like $1,000, and now you don't hurt yourself.
Is Hope at is she at the phase where it's real deal furniture? You'd have to move like a nice couch, or is it like from an apartment into a house?
Yeah, like she has a desk in particular that's really heavy, but like it's a desk that I bought her years ago. Like I think when we bought this house, I got her a nice desk, and that's going with her. Yeah, there's a mix. There's like some bullshit. She's grabbing a couch that we used as a like outside on the porch type couch, and it's sitting in the stable right now. And I guess it's clean. And she's like, if you're not using it, we could use that.
Check
like, all right, cool. So that weighs nothing, but then other stuff weighs a ton.
Yeah. Just when you're helping people move like out of apartments, that phase was easy because it'd be like, we got to move my couch. And it's like, that's a futon. Like, we gotta move my dressers. This way is this is gonna shatter when we lift it, dude. Like this is gonna
right.
These
things are held together with the cam locks from IKEA.
Dude, I had that happen like just like trying to move like out of my old apartment, one of those like tall IKEA bullshit slat ones. Literally, I took so little time to assemble it that the back had been on incorrect, like on reverse the whole time. I like went to like move it and the whole thing fell like a prop. like a breakaway board, because there was like, if you don't have books or anything on there, everything had been removed. Like you don't realize like the weight of the books or board games or whatever, that's what's actually holding that up, the weight of the things on it. You take that off and you like move it and it just accordion style just falls on itself.
Kitty and I bought 2 of those IKEA desks like forever ago because we were just we need 2 desks now. God, I like terrible decisions. We put those bitches together, and I remember one of them, I can't remember how. I think I spilled a drink on it, like a big drink. And that just ruined it. Like it got wet. Like it turned into like, it sort of like degraded the structural integrity of the whole desk after that. It was soggy now.
It just soaked up like a sponge.
I was like, is it going to be super hot when I move her? No.
Oh, yeah.
Rain. It's going to be real deal rain on Saturday. So
that's the worst.
That stink.
That's the worst. Rain's bad. It's slippery then. Yeah, I'd hire movers for sure.
I think it's mover time. And tell them you do not want anything to get wet. Or I will not be paying.
Here's a roll of paper towels. Put it over anything that might get exposed to air.
No, you've got umbrella hats for all of them.
I'm sorry, I didn't know I called Tsunami Steve's moving company because all my stuff's ruined. Kick them out.
Moving. I thought I was done with that.
Nope. Nope. You're never done.
Just keep on coming back for more. Nobody. I usually. My dad never helped me move. I think he was mad the first time I moved, and the second or third time I moved, It was always something. I either had help but he's never assisted in one of those moves. He's got it off easy.
You wouldn't think to ask my father. Like he always worked really hard, And
yeah.
I bet he averages like 100 hours a week. You're gonna ask that guy to carve out some time to move you, like carry shit?
Yeah, no.
I just don't want to inconvenience
all his
mine.
free time is reading about Israel.
And the other thing is, like, when I do call
retired.
him and I need a favor, I want it to be a rare occurrence. So he's like, "Oh yeah, hell, it's been years since you've asked for anything." I want it to be hard to turn me down when I need something. It'll be like, "Hey, Dad, I need you to go to the tag office for me and do some paperwork, so I don't have to drive 5 hours today." Oh yeah, I'm on the way now.